The story begins with a simple idea. A quiet house, a normalga, and absolutely no intention of things getting complicated. We follow Imazumi, a calm and reserved college student who enjoys his peaceful routine. His home is his comfort zone, a place where nothing unexpected ever happens. Or, at least, that's how it used to be. Because one day, everything changes. It starts with a visit. Just one. Nothing too strange. A girl shows up at his house. Confident. Relaxed. Completely comfortable in a place she's never been before. This is Mew. And from the very beginning, she acts like she belongs there. At first, Imazumi is confused. Why is she here? Why is she so comfortable? But before he can even process it, she sits down, looks around, smiles. And just like that, his space is no longer just his. What makes it even more strange is not just her presence, but the way she interacts with him. She doesn't keep distance. She doesn't act formal. Instead, she leans in, speaks casually, gets just a little closer than expected. And Imazumi notices. Of course he does. But he doesn't react. Not yet. Because part of him is trying to understand what's happening. And another part is starting to feel something different. That slight tension. That awareness of proximity. That feeling that things are shifting. And then it happens again. Another girl shows up. And then another! Before he realizes it, his quiet home has become something completely different. A gathering place. A space where multiple girls come and go. As if it's completely normal. Each of them with their own personality. Their own energy. Their own way of interacting with him. But they all have one thing in common. They're way too comfortable. There's Rena, who is more playful and direct. She doesn't hesitate, doesn't hold back. Her way of speaking is light, but filled with meaning. Then there's Seik, quieter, but just as aware. Her approach is softer, moresato, batsomeo, even more intense. And now Imazumi is in the middle of it all. At first, he tries to keep things normal, to act like nothing has changed, but that becomes impossible, because the atmosphere in his house is no longer normal. There are moments where the girls sit too close, moments where conversations feel a little too personal, moments where silence becomes noticiable. And slowly, Imazumi starts to change. He becomes more aware, more observan. He notices how they move, how they look at him, how they react when he responds. And the biggest shift is that he stops pulling away. There's a scene where they're all sitting together, talking, lagin. Everything seems casual, but underneath it, there's tension. Glances that last a second too long. Small touches that feel accidental, but aren't. And Imazumi feels it. That pressure, that closeness, that constant sense that things are just slightly out of place. At one point, Miu leans closer to him. Closer than before. And instead of moving away, he stays still. And that changes everything. Because now, the dynamic is different. It's not just them creating the tension. He's part of it. Rena notices immediately. Sis smiles. That kind of smile that says, she's been waiting for this. Saki watches quietly, but her expression changes. Just slightly. Now everything feels more intentional. The way they talk, the way they move, the way they position themselves around him, and the space between them keeps getting smaller. There's a moment where all of them are close together. Too close. No one says anything, but no one moves away either. And for a few seconds, everything stops. That's when Imaizumi realizes something important. This isn't random. This isn't just coincidence. This is something that has been building from the very beginning. And now, he's fully inside it. As the story continues, each interaction becomes more intense. Not through action, but through feeling. Moments where someone leans in just a little too much. Moments where eye contact doesn't break. Moments where silence feels heavier than words. And Someo. That's what makes it so addictive, because nothing is fully happening, but everything feels like it could. By the final part of the story, the house no longer feels like Imaizumi's alone. It feels shared, alive, filled with energy that didn't exist before. And Imaizumi himself is no longer the same person. He's not just reacting anymore. He's choosing to stay, choosing to be part of it. And the girls take no Italiano. The story ends with a simple moment. All of them together, closer than ever. No clear answers, no resolution. Just a feeling that this is only the beginning, and that next time they might not stop where they did before. As the story reaches its final moments, everything slows down. The noise fades, the conversations stop, and what's left is the atmosphere. Imaizumi stands there, surrounded by the same people who completely changed his world. Miu, relaxed as always, but watching him closely. Rina, with that confident smile, like she already knows what he's thinking. And Saki, quiet but present, closer than before. No one says anything, but no one needs to. Because at this point, everything has already been understood. This isn't just a coincidence anymore. This isn't just random moments. This is something that has been building from the very beginning. The distance between them is almost gone now. Every look feels intentional. Every pause feels heavier. And Imaizumi doesn't step back. That's the biggest change. Before, he would hesitate. Before, he would avoid it. But now, he stays. And that changes everything. Miu leans slightly closer. Rena watches carefully. Saki doesn't move away. And for a moment, everything feels like it's about to cross a line. But just like before, it stops. Not because it can't continue, but because it doesn't need to. Because the tension, the closeness, the feeling that something could happen at any moment is already enough. The scene fades with all of them still there, closer than ever. And Imaizumi finally understands something. This isn't something he got pulled into. It's something he chose to stay in. And from now on, there's no going back. Because whatever this is, it's only getting started. So, did things go too far? Or not far enough? Let me know in the comments below! If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Anitarky Recaps for more anime stories explained. And Truzma T. Next one gets even more interesting. See you in the next recap.